And how's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video. So yeah, I just want to say real quick, thank you guys for all the support on all my previous videos. It means a lot. I know mostly everybody's just clicking on it because it is Game of Thrones being leaked, but you know, some people are leaving some nice comments, and I just want to say I appreciate it. But anyways, yeah, so I was jumping back on the Reddit, the Free Folk Reddit page to look at some stuff for the leaks just to make another video, and I noticed that they actually updated it. So I don't even know what it's about. I just noticed one thing had changed, and I was like, hey, let's just make a video talking about it. So we're going to go through the updated Reddit page. It will be in the link below if you want to check it out. They've got everything right so far. They got everything down to, I'm not sure if you guys seen my other videos, but they got everything down to Grey Worm throwing a spear, the Mountain's helmet getting knocked off, and yeah, pretty much a building coming down on the Lannister twins. So anyways, we're going to jump right into it. It says... the summary is, at some point, Dany is walking downstairs and Jon sees her and the dragon is behind her, and it makes it look like she has giant dragon wings. Dany doesn't sit on the Iron Throne, but she touches it, kind of like the vision. I think there was actually a different leak with that in there, but it says Dany starts executing everyone in King's Landing. Tyrion and Jon are upset. So we did talk about that in the last video. It says Dany has Tyrion arrested for freeing his brother. His trial is supposed to have neither Dany or Jon present, which we were talking about, the Dragon Pit. Tyrion tries to convince Jon to turn on Dany. His family will never be safe because it threatens Dany's legitimacy. Jon is horrified by what Dany has done to King's Landing, and she gives speeches about how she'll keep doing it to free slaves from their chains. That doesn't really make any sense to me, but we'll keep going. So, anyways, it says he's also convinced by Tyrion that his family will never be safe because he presents a threat to her rule. Jon tries to talk to Dany, but she ignores him, thinking she is justified. Jon pledges himself to Dany, then stabs her and surrenders himself. Very traumatic for Jon because he does love her. So I guess it would have to be to the Unsullied, because everybody else I feel like is going to want Jon to be king. They're going to want him to sit on the Iron Throne. Varys did. He died for it. Tyrion would, but I guess if Tyrion's already arrested, I guess it would be the Unsullied that would be taking charge. I'm not too sure exactly where they're going to go with that. But yeah, it says it's very traumatic for Jon because he really does love her. Drogon should melt the Iron Throne after her death. But is that all Drogon's going to do? That is very interesting. Like, this is basically, it kind of sounds weird saying it, but it's like Drogon's mom just was stabbed, you know? Is he just going to sit around and take that? Like, that's going to be very interesting. I guess he would have to not be around, but why would he melt the Iron Throne after her death? I don't know. That's a little iffy. So, yeah, definitely a big question with what Drogon would actually do. It says, here's a major divide within the leaks. It's the King's Council, which is throwaway 58734421 versus Fricky, or both, which is what I said in the last video, and it looks like they've combined both endings. So that's hilarious because I called that's what I thought was going to happen. So we do have the ending one, or the first ending, where it's the King's Council. It says most likely, which is really weird because if Bran actually becomes the king, I'm going to flip shit. A council gets formed to decide who the king should be. Tyrion gives a speech and everyone votes on Bran to become king. The end. An epilogue, Jon takes the black again for killing Dany. I think this is penance for regicide and guilt. People take the black to avoid the death penalty, and he would be the 1000th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Arya leaves. She told Clegane she would. Sansa rules the North. When they're deciding who to elect as king, Sam suggests holding a democratic election, and the other nobles laugh at him. That's before they vote on Bran. Bran oversees his council of Tyrion, Davos, Sam, and Bronn. Makes no sense. The Unsullied leave to cross the sea and start liberating slave cities on their own. That does make sense because that's what Dany had plans. That's what Dany had planned for them before Jon killed her. She has this big speech scene after sacking King's Landing, which we did see in the preview, where she's talking about wrecking the world, liberating all of the slaves from their masters. Now, some of that does sound good, like I said, but Bran being king, I don't know. I can't see it. Bronn being on a council, I mean, he's a sellsword, like, I don't know. That just makes no sense to me. Like, I feel like he just wants to be rid of all of it. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if we didn't see Bronn again because of how this has been going so far. Excuse me. But, yes. So then we have ending 2, which is Tyrion's trial. This is what I think is going to happen. Tyrion's trial in the Dragon Pit is a major scene and has no Jon, Dany, or dragons. Sir Davos is present, not wearing the Hand of the King pin. He wasn't in episode 4 either, along with all 3 Stark children. Samwell Tarly, Brienne, Robin Arryn, Grey Worm, and an unknown man wearing golden clothes, likely Dornish, and another unidentified man, an older short-bearded one dressed in green, will be there as well. Hey, they finally fixed that to where I can actually read it without messing up. But Bran will flash back to Season 1 where Tyrion Lannister told Catelyn Stark, I never bet against my family. Tyrion is, I sounded like bet. Tyrion is filled with anger and resentment against the people of King's Landing because he saved them against Stannis and they still turned on him. He thinks the people of King's Landing deserved it. He saved them and they were ungrateful, like at Joffrey's murder. He will fall to his knees in the middle of the speech, dragged down by the weight of his actions. We know all this part. His death was filmed in studio, so not sure how he dies. Now that makes sense to me. We do know that the dragon pit was used again. I mean, they had it marked off to the public, like we had pictures of the signs and stuff. So the dragon pit will come into play. And I always thought it was going to be for Cersei's trial, but it looks like now it's going to be for Tyrion's. And this is ending 3, both endings combined. King Council seems most likely as multiple scenes can be cheaply shot. However, few will have graphic effects or sound added. Okay, I could see that. But with Bran as king, Fricky's leaks were from the 7 months ago when they were still filming. Fricky is doubling down that it is a trial, and because Tyrion's death isn't filmed, it may be both. Tyrion will have a trial, give a speech, and ultimately be spared and raised to the King's Council. On the other hand, if he is killed, it doesn't change the ending too much, so it should be interesting. Okay, well, who would be on the council for, like, I don't know. I can't see them killing. If Dany's not there, could they really kill Tyrion? Like, who's really going to get mad that, you know, he freed Jaime? Davos won't. Bronn won't. I don't know. Grey Worm maybe, but will he be there? Who did it say was going to be there? Samwell Tarly, he's not going to want him killed. Brienne, I don't think she'll care. Does she even get a say-so? Does Sam even get a say-so? Who even gets to talk? Like, if Jon and Dany are not there, I don't know. Sir Davos is there. He could talk, I'm sure. Grey Worm, and then the Unknown Man. I don't even know where to get into the Unknown Men. Like, I've tried to come up with good theories and stuff, but this writing, honestly, it just presents nothing for me. I've seen other YouTubers still getting into big theories and stuff, and I'm literally watching some of these videos, and I'm like, you guys are awesome, but just stop. Like, just stop. Like, they're not going to make anything crazy out of the White Horse, I don't think. They're not going to make anything crazy about anything because they already screwed it up and they rushed it. So, yeah, like, to those people that are still trying to make crazy theories and stuff, like, I don't know. Kudos to you, I guess. Like, we got these leaks, and this is pretty much what's going to happen, and they don't give a shit about us. But, yeah, so it says, I guess that was it. Yeah, that was it with that. But, anyways, I don't see anybody here that could really even matter. Like, who would care if Tyrion's killed? I don't think they would. So, I could actually see this ending 3 where Tyrion is actually spared and raised to the King's Council. But would that make it King Bran? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I wonder what information they have that makes them think that Jon actually went north or exiled to the Watch. Because why would there even be a Watch? You know, the Night King is dead. And a lot of people are saying that they've seen where it's been leaked that, like, Tormund ends up finding bodies in a spiral, or Jon does one whenever he goes back north. But I just can't really see any of that happening. That would be, if they literally end the show, like the beginning of the show, where they find more bodies like that, that will be the cheesiest, most cliche ending I've ever seen in my life. I would literally rather it be Catelyn or Ned or somebody waking up from a dream in the beginning. I would rather it be Samwell telling the story to younger kids, like, in the future, by, like, with George R.R. Martin as the actor. Like, I don't know. Please don't end me with a spiral of bodies. That would just be, oh my God. So I don't know what to tell you guys. It is, it's currently Tuesday, and I'm kind of scared for Sunday. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I did want to talk about a couple things. I think I actually had it typed up on a notepad. So, yeah, we did the ending recap. We talked about Drogon. Like, what in the world would Drogon do when Dany dies? Like, is he just going to sit around while Jon stabs her? I don't know. And then we talked about, why would Jon be exiled? Sorry, I'm looking at my other monitor over here. Why would Jon be exiled? Like, everybody has seen what Dany has done. Davos, Arya, Sansa already doesn't like her. So, I mean, why would they really exile Jon? Would he just feel bad? I guess it did say guilt in one of them, right? Yeah. His penance for regicide and guilt. Jon, like, I don't know. Can you really see Jon really feeling? I mean, he's going to feel bad, but completely exiling himself? I don't know. And why do they even need the Night's Watch anyways? We were going to talk about Tyrion. We kind of did a little bit, but they just completely ruined Tyrion's character as well. I was going to talk about that a little bit. Like, he went from one of the smartest characters in the whole show, like the smartest character in the whole show, to just stupid like the rest of them. Like, oh my God, man. This whole video could be about me just complaining about Game of Thrones, really. But the one good thing that I did have written down about it was Clegane Bowl. I actually thought Clegane Bowl was really good. Cersei in the beginning was a little weird. Like, that was a little weird how it was initiated. But, man, that fight was awesome. Like, I don't know. Just, like, him taking a blade right through the eye, that was pretty crazy. The makeup was amazing on the mountain. So, I thought that was really good. I thought Arya calling the Hound Sandor. Like, I was texting my buddy. I was like, she called him Sandor. And I was, like, freaking out a little bit because that kind of hit me a little bit in the feels, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, I thought Clegane Bowl was done very well. Pretty ironic that they go out and fire. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But, yeah, nonetheless, the action has been amazing and stuff for the season, but the story writing was just terrible. They went to Hollywood. They turned it into, like, Fast and the Furious, where it used to have a cool story, and now it's just about shooting down helicopters with freaking miniguns and stuff. And they might as well have put The Rock in Game of Thrones. That's pretty much how I think I'm going to end this video. They should have put The Rock in Game of Thrones, and everything would have been okay. Just throw The Rock and Mark Wahlberg in there. We'd have been good. But, all right, I guess I'm going to get ready to go to bed. Got to work the next couple days, and just wait on Sunday. Did I say it was Tuesday? It's Wednesday. I don't even know what I'm doing. But, yep, that's pretty much it. This whole video, just talking about the ending. We got it leaked. We know it's pretty much going to happen. Dany is going to die. Tyrion may live. It's not even probably going to matter. And nobody's ever going to watch the show ever again.